the budget that you require, but we need to collect this money from the people of Kenya, and then we can give it to you. We have had, of course, to intervene where you have exchequer issues to make sure that your money is released on time, and we'll continue to perform that function. So with those very many remarks, let me request you to be upstanding as I request the President to come and make his remarks and address the people of Kenya. Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Let's take our seats. Asanteni sana. Mr. Deputy President, the outgoing chairs of our commissions, it is an honor to have this opportunity to engage with the outgoing leadership of the nation's fourth arm of government, constitutional commissions and independent offices. Constitutional commissions and independent offices play a critical role in enhancing oversight, performing essential advisory functions, and anchoring service delivery in national values and principles of governance, which are the foundation of the Republic. This is why Constitution recognizes this special role and clearly defines the functions and terms of office for chairpersons and members of these bodies under Article 256, subsection 6A. Therefore, in keeping with the essential character of your offices, your mandates and tenures transcend those of government of the day, while various policy and statutory instruments further safeguard the operational independence of your offices. Today, we bid farewell to distinguished chairpersons and commissioners who have had the privilege to serve in positions of incomparable reach and impact. We also have a special opportunity to reflect on the nature and scope of the authority and limitations, potential and shortcomings, as well as the triumphs and difficulties, as has been very ably elaborated by those who have spoken, that define the course of engagement in the endeavor to actualize our constitutional dispensation. Given our operational realities and strategic constraints and the whole terrain from where we operate, there is no doubt that your tour of duty has had its share of exemplary accomplishments and teachable moments as you applied yourselves to determining the best way of achieving the constitutional ends of your separate offices. It is also why the progress that has been made in the implementation of your constitutional mandates is remarkable and meaningful. You have not only provided oversight to other arms of government, but you have also made immense contributions to the advancement of constitutionalism, the rule of law, and the administration of justice, as well as the promotion of national values and principles of governance as set out in Article 10 and 232 of our Constitution. Allow me to specifically appreciate your efforts in leading constitutional commissions and independent offices to make their contribution to the national discourse on the protection of fundamental rights and freedoms, the actualization of the national values and principles of governance, the enhancement of inclusion and cohesion, reflection on the sustainability of public sector wage bill, transformations of policing, and the fight against corruption. Today, as you engage in reflection and introspection, you have a chance to consider the fate of your legacy in terms of the performance standards that must have been satisfied for your respective institutions to be effective and also to be successful. With this in mind, today marks the beginning of an introspection transition during which we ask ourselves pertinent questions in relation to our legacies and how they define the future of the organizations that we have been privileged to lead. We launched this zero-fault audit campaign aimed at highlighting the merits of having no audit queries touching on your organizations. The campaign's goal was to strengthen accountability, openness, integrity, good governance, and the satisfaction of international best practice in our public sector through the promotion of the prudent use and management of public resources. I believe that that constitutional commissions have a major opportunity to promote this approach in our organizations and mandate sectors. Likewise, it is time to define sustainable standards for organization or organizational transitions, beginning with the process of constituting selection panels to recruit new chairpersons and commissioners. In this connection, I am happy to announce that the government remains committed to ensuring a free, open, and transparent recruitment process based on merit as the fundamental yardstick for actualizing constitutional mandates. There is no doubt, and there is no better time to demonstrate true fidelity to the rule of law, thus promoting our nationhood. I've heard very clearly some of the recommendations that you have made on balancing matters to do with gender, making sure that as the four great ladies who today exit the stage, their replacement will not undermine the principle of gender equality, and making sure that we have as many women serving in high office. I have also heard with clarity the inclusion of people living with disability and the marginalized in making sure that they play their role and make their contribution to the progress of our country in the very special way that they are. And that will be taken into account as we forge into the future. When I made the decision that independent offices and constitutional commissions will be hosted at the presidency, at the office of the deputy president, it was because of the importance of making sure that all arms of government have equal access to the synergy and the workings of government in a manner that promotes the spirit of the collegiate spirit of working together towards a common goal in service of the people of Kenya. That has worked very well, as has been explained by the Deputy President here, in making sure that despite our independence, or because of our independence, it's also necessary for us to find mechanisms to have a common approach and a common goal in the service of the people of Kenya. And I want to take this opportunity also to very categorically state that as the executive, we will want to do our bit in enabling other arms of government, the judiciary, the legislature, independent commissions, to also discharge their responsibility in accordance with the mandate that has been given to us. And it is also necessary for all arms of government, the executive, the judiciary, the legislature, independent commissions, and constitutional commissions, independent officers and constitutional commissions, to also work together in harmony. It is necessary for us to understand that impeding the work of another arm of government undermines the overall interest of the people of Kenya. we must support the judiciary to do its function. The judiciary must or equally support the executive to discharge its mandate. And so must the executive support the legislature to appropriate and discharge the mandate assigned to them by the Constitution. Because ultimately, the interest of the people of Kenya supersede the interest of any one of us or any arm of government. We must never undermine Kenya is far much greater the individual interest of personalities or offices. And greater good, the greater interest of the people of Kenya. None of the great ladies who spoke here has not mentioned to me about resources. I mean, every one of you has mentioned that you do not have a complete staff establishment. Many of you have said you are unable to optimize the capabilities that are within the commissions that you run because of limitations of financial resources. And so it is a very present issue that all of us, from wherever it is, making sure that we have adequate resources is not the responsibility of the executive alone. It is our collective responsibility as all arms of government, because that way all of us can function properly and serve the people of Kenya better. And we must all work together towards making sure that we support one another in making sure that all arms of government are working as efficiently as possible, because that way, when all arms of government are working, when the judiciary is working and working optimally, when the executive, legislature, and the commissions are working, it serves the people of Kenya better. I am aware that certain commissions, like the Salaries and Remuneration Commission and the Commission of Administrative Justice, the terms of offices for the chairperson and all commissioners expire at the same time, leaving these organizations in undesirable state of suspense. It is essential to ensure that in these instances, service delivery is not interrupted, especially during instances of sometimes delayed recruitment. The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, for example, has not been able to discharge its mandate effectively for close to 2 years now. There is great merit in considering pragmatic options like staggering recruitment of commissioners to achieve a degree of continuity in the then in close consultation with the Attorney General and the Constitutional Commissions and independent offices will be tasked with preparing an omnibus bill to give effect to the legal provision for staggered recruitment of commissioners and commission chairs. Additionally, there is need to review the enabling legislative instruments in respect of various constitutional commissions and independent offices into law progressive legislation aimed at enhancing interdependence amidst the independence of these offices. And I'm very happy that our new Attorney General has served in different arms of government. Once upon a time in the judiciary, she has also worked in an independent office, and now she works in the executive. So she has the requisite knowledge and understanding to create as much harmony and coherence as is necessary for us as different arms of government to serve better. Let me repeat, there is absolutely no reason or justification of whatever nature for there to be a competition between different arms of government. Absolutely none. Because we serve the people of Kenya collectively together. Our aim and focus is how do we serve best the people of Kenya? What interest are we pushing? It must be the good of the people of Kenya, not this arm of government versus that arm of government, or this independent office versus that commission. I think we will completely miss the point if we enter into the realm of competition between arms of government instead of focusing on serving the people of Kenya. I am persuaded that the framework of engagement between the national government and constitutional commissions and independent offices offers useful opportunities for enhancing the liaison between these two entities. The government recognizes the role of the caucus in coordinating constitutional commissions, and I therefore commit to support the caucus in establishing a properly facilitated secretariat along similar lines as the Intergovernmental Budget and Economic Council. I am confident that the Office of the Deputy President will work towards ensuring that this secretariat is indeed supported so that we can create the necessary synergy around our independent offices and constitutional commissions for better service to the people of Kenya. Once more, on my own behalf and that of the entire government, I take this opportunity to thank you for your distinguished service to the Republic of Kenya during the last 6 years. And I recognize that many of you can still make useful contribution to the service of our nation in other different capacities, and I wish you well as you as you go forth to do that. I am very sure that the experiences you have acquired in the service of Kenya, in the offices that you have been privileged to occupy, have equipped you with a lot of skill and knowledge and understanding for you to be able to make a contribution to our great country going into the future in different sectors. Your knowledge and expertise and, of course, experience remain useful resources to both the government of Kenya and to the nation of Kenya. And we will continue to tap into this expertise and experience as we get opportunity to do so. Please, whenever you have an opportunity to contribute to national service, let us, all of us, not hesitate, especially those of us who have gathered experience along the way as you serve in the different positions that you have had a chance to. And I must say that I wish each and every one of you the very best in your next assignment. Thank you very much, and may God bless you. Asante.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I will now seek your indulgence.